Hi everybody, welcome to the Janel Burgess Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head women's basketball coach Janel Burgess. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, it was a light week last week for you. You just had the one game against Ferris State. Certainly some things happened earlier in the week that we'll talk about, but in terms of the game, you lost 58-50. You were down 28-25 at halftime, but you started making a nice run at the end of the first half and into the second half. It ended up being a 14-0 run, pushed your team back into the lead, and then it was kind of back and forth the rest of the way, and Ferris State just pulled it out at the end. They made 16 of 22 free throws in the second half. That really kind of, they made 8 more free throws than you and won by 8, so you can kind of use that as the the summary of the game. But what were your overall thoughts on the game against the
I think when
Bulldogs?
you look at what we'd all went through that entire week, I was very proud of these young ladies in the sense of how we competed, how we were focused, and how we fought hard through the entire 40 minutes, fought through some adversity by getting down, like you said, in the first half, found a way to continue to climb ourselves back into the game. And I think if I can remember the end of the stat line said that there were 9 lead changes, and some, I mean, that's a drastic change in which we went through in the sense of, we found a way to stay in that game. When we lost, and I'm sure we're going to talk about this here pretty soon, Brittany Taylor to an ACL on Thursday prior to obviously going up to Ferris. So overall, very proud of these kids.
Brianna Taylor stepped up, and in just 23 minutes, she battled some foul trouble. She scored 20 points. Kara Crawford had 9 points. She played all 40 minutes. Meryl Kripe, your point guard, had 4 points, 4 assists. But the big number for her, in 39 minutes, she played almost the whole game. She had no turnovers. Yeah. So you have Crawford and Kripe play nearly the entire game, which is just taxing on anybody. Talk about a couple of those performances specifically.
I mean, I think you talked about 3 very important kids. Brianna Taylor, obviously, unfortunately, didn't get to play a whole 40 minutes because she had a tremendous foul trouble that I felt really took her out of the second half. She played very, very well in the first half, got a quick foul at the beginning of the second half, and I just didn't think she could turn that corner to get that rhythm back. And then I think you just look at Kara and Meryl Kripe just playing 2 tremendous games in the sense of when you're asked to play every minute of the game and asked to, score, rebound, for Crawford's responsibilities and play great defense. She did a tremendous job. Then you look at Kripe, our little freshman, who was going up against probably arguably one of the best point guards in the conference, and to have 0 turnovers, 4 assists, and had another great signs of growth for that kid. It's really exciting, to be honest.
And playing all 40 minutes or even 39 in Kripe's case, physically it's tough, but mentally it just takes a toll on you as well.
I think so, and I think that's one thing that as we go down this stretch with our last 7 regular season games, it is going to be a mind over matter in some aspects. These kids can play 40 minutes, but we know that that's really tough on them, especially on the mental aspect of it all. So, we're going to challenge the kids to be able to be as sharp as we can when it comes to the execution side of basketball and understand sometimes you don't always have to be the fastest. You need to be at some point smart and rely on some of our mental edge opposed to some of maybe the physical stuff, especially when you're playing that many minutes.
You lost Lauren Sedola, unfortunately, in December.
We're going to talk about this now, huh?
Yeah,
okay.
To an ACL injury. Alex Delfox got hurt in the Northwood game, I believe,
January.
in early January.
Yep.
And then, as we said, Brittany Taylor went out with an ACL. Just the fact that your team has been able to keep it together and haven't shipped up and taken off has got to be an accomplishment in itself. What are your thoughts about the ladies being able to deal with this adversity?
I think you've listed our 2nd, our 3rd, and our 4th leading scorers are all now sitting and looking at us from the bench. And then I look at the other young ladies that I get to look at in every huddle, in every practice, and I could not be more proud of their focus, their relentlessness, their resilience, their understanding that, it doesn't matter what we're given. We still have to represent this university. We still need to do what this program is based on, and that's to play with the extreme amount of heart and to understand we're getting better every game, and to also understand that we're so close in so many different situations. And I think they still understand that there's a lot of the season left and a lot of growth for us and a lot of ways for us to be very, very successful as we continue to go down the stretch. So to be honest, I'd be pretty proud of these kids.
Yeah, to go on the road against Ferris State, who's first in the GLAC North, and put on that kind of an effort is just tremendous. Let's look forward to this week now. You bring Saginaw Valley State in. You're home for 4 games. It's nice to be back home and kind of play in front of your home fans. You play them Thursday at 6 p.m. You defeated Saginaw Valley State earlier in the year, 50-48. Alex Delfox had the game-winning jumper at the buzzer. Talk about what the Cardinals will bring to you on Thursday night.
They're going to come in here. They're, going to end up playing a lot of zone against us, which will be, something that we have, I think, got a lot better since we saw them a month ago. So I feel very good about that. Obviously, we have yet again 2 kids that are going to be gone that played a lot of minutes in that Saginaw game. But, I just look at us in these next few days as we prep for Thursday night is to just be able to really, believe it or not, define who we are again in the sense of where we get our offensive production. And the good thing is, as I look at the Ferris game, our defense will stay the same. So we will prepare for Saginaw defensively like we have done everyone else and just play tight defense and contest shots and rebound. And obviously, you talked on something, we got to clean up our fouls because we cannot afford, when you got a short bench, you can't have kids on foul trouble like we did before at Ferris. But, you know, Saginaw will come in here, they're going to play tough. They always do. Everybody plays tough when they walk in here, and it will be a good challenge for us and something that I know we can rise to.
After you take care of Saginaw Valley State, you'll have Lake Superior State on Saturday at 1 p.m. You defeated them 74-53 up in Sault Ste. Marie a few weeks ago in one of your better efforts of the season, no doubt about it. Brianna Taylor had 19 points and 10 rebounds. Kara Crawford had 13 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Kelly Watson had 16 points. So you have all three of those girls still, but the other Lakers will certainly bring a test on Saturday as well. Oh,
I think so. I think, you know, they've improved. I think they beat maybe Tiffin it was this weekend at home, so that's a big win for them up there at the Sioux. So they'll come back in. They're very, you know, they've got some great leadership in their older kids in the sense of Casey and Maria in the inside. So it'll be a good challenge for us. And obviously our inside looks a little different every single day, and our kids are going to continue to get better, and we'll just have to continue to do what we do, which is play defense, you guys. Share the ball and make each other better with our offensive execution.
Well, we got 2 chances at home to see what your team's made of, and I'm sure we'll see tremendous effort and hopefully a couple victories with that as well.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for watching the Janel Burgess Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.